It's very early in the morning. Okay, not very early, but it is early. It's 7:36. Um, no college today, no work. Okay, I actually should learn for the exams, but I can do that later in the day. I just felt like I wanted to do some videos, so I got ready, get dressed very early today. Yeah, and as I said, wanted to film a video, and I changed the background a little bit because since this is not really, yeah, okay, I can't say it's not a makeup related video because it is makeup related, but it's not about showing products and explaining certain techniques. So I didn't feel the need of sitting in front of my vanity with all my makeup stuff on, which is over there. That's where I'm normally sitting. Yeah, now I'm kind of sitting in front of the window. Not exactly, but it's in front of me, and normally it's more or less in the back of me. So what you can see right now is actually just natural lighting, and normally it's all artificial. Yeah, and the area you can see right here is where I have my bed. Right behind me is one of my pillows, and I hope you don't mind that my walls are not that colorful and interesting. They have kind of a cream vanilla tone, but it's actually just looking pretty white on the camera. Yeah, but I have a painting right there. It's just like, wait, I show you. It's right there, but you can't see that since it's so high up. So it's not like my walls are plain, but they are not painted in a nice sunny whatever color. So yeah, as I said, I hope you don't mind, but yeah, just get started, I guess, or I want to get started. It was a long introduction already. I always start to ramble when it comes to something like that. So actually this video, as the title is saying, is about my makeup story, and it's a tag video, so everyone is free to do that video. I'm not tagging anyone specifically. Yeah, so if you want to do this kind of tag video by your own, then feel free to do that. Add it as video response. Yeah, but now I'm telling you a little bit about my makeup story. Okay, that was very hard for me to kind of figure out how old I was, because I know that's a common problem when it comes to me. No one expects me or is kind of guessing that I'm already 25. I'm turning 26 this year in November, so I'm getting closer to the 30s. I know I don't look like that, which I actually kind of hate. I would love to look more grown up, but it's just like how it is. But I want to say that because I don't want you, like, I wanted to mention my real age, like my actual age, because I don't want to confuse you while talking about all this, because I could imagine when you listen to me talking about, like, when I started to do that and do that, and saying I can't really remember, that you would think, well, actually it must have been like 3 or 4 years ago. So yeah, just to clear that up. So yeah, answering the actual question, that would be, I asked my mom about this actually because I really wasn't sure. I was guessing I was 15 or 16, but my mom showed me a picture of a photo of this. She wasn't sure if it was 7th grade or 8th grade, but in the end that means I was about 14, so yeah, you can say it was 11 or maybe even 12 years ago when I started to wear makeup. So yeah, let's say I was 14 years old when I kind of got into using makeup. I can remember that like the teenage magazines we have in Germany, and one of them is called Bravo. That's the name of the magazine. So yeah, and that was like the teenage magazine I read during that time, and they had like a sample of a lip gloss. And I know back then lip gloss wasn't as common as it is nowadays. I think the only lip gloss we had back then was a clear one. And the Bravo magazine I bought during that time came out once a week, and in 1 week I can remember there was a lip gloss, a small sample one, as you got an edition. And this lip gloss had kind of a coral peachy pink color, which is kind of what everyone is going for at the moment as well. And that was basically the first makeup item I've ever owned and the first I ever used. So this is how I got into makeup. Answering those questions is always so hard for me because my opinion on certain things, no matter, like, it does not necessarily has something to do with makeup, just things in general, I tend to change my opinion a lot. But I especially recognize that with makeup brands, that whether I like it or not, this kind of goes back and forth. I don't know what it is, but if I like a brand at the moment, it doesn't mean that I still like it, like, when you ask me 2 months later. So the brands I'm mentioning right now are just the ones that I really like at the moment. So skincare wise, and when it comes to mascara, it's definitely Clinique. But I'm not a big fan of the decorative cosmetic. But when it comes to skincare, that's my absolutely favorite brand ever. And my favorite mascara, which I'm using for years right now, is also by Clinique. So that's definitely one of my favorite brands. But coming to decorative cosmetics, there are so many. Okay, at the moment I also really like Laura Mercier. But the problem is I haven't tried that many different things from this brand. I just know so far the hydrating primer and the hydrating foundation, and I love those two things. Yeah, but actually I don't know the brand enough to really say if I really call this a favorite brand. Okay, so move on. My God, this is taking so long to answer that. I'm sorry. Okay, I definitely like Urban Decay. I love their primer potion, and I love their eyeshadow palettes. Amazing. Yeah, and I have to mention MAC. I'm sorry because I think that's something that everyone is saying. Yeah, but I just have to. And it's not just because of their eyeshadows, which are great on their own. But their lip glosses are nice, and their cream blushes are nice. The mineralized skin finish powders. The brushes. I just like them a lot. I also like Bobbi Brown, definitely. I think regarding high-end cosmetic, that's it so far. These are the favorite brands at the moment. Yeah. And when it comes to the drugstore brands, I like Maybelline. I like it a lot. I like their lipsticks a lot. Oh, and they also have great lip liners. And a nice concealer I've recently discovered. Yeah, since I don't really use that many drugstore brands, not because of the fact that I don't like them, it's just I get a lot of allergies when I'm using those products. But since I don't use that many different drugstore brands, it's hard for me to say that many favorite brands. Yeah, I also like Manhattan. And there are a couple of brands which are yeah, just like German brands or brands which you can get just in a couple of countries in Europe, which for example are Catrice. I think their eyeshadows are very nice. Alverde, which is a natural cosmetic brand. I like this brand. So, and one thing I have to mention, I love P2 when it comes to their nail polishes. I don't think that I have ever tried anything else of that brand, but I love their nail polishes. Yeah, so I guess that's it. Wow, that took a long time to answer that question. That question actually is easy to answer for me. It just means a way to feel more confident about myself. Yeah, I just feel better when I have makeup on. I feel stronger. Like for example, when I have to hold a presentation in front of other students or whatever, professors. I don't really have a problem with talking in front of people, but it definitely makes it easier for me. I just recognize that I'm just more relaxed somehow. I really don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it just makes me feel maybe mentally stronger, if that makes sense. Yeah, and I've noticed I'm more outgoing once I have makeup on. In general, I'm more a shy person, and yeah, that shyness kind of decreases a little bit once I have makeup on. So by saying that, I know it shouldn't be like that. Actually, you should be able to feel confident and comfortable even without any makeup on. That would be, yeah, the best way actually. But to be honest, like, I guess most of the women you ask probably would say there is a difference in how they feel, like in comparison, like if they are wearing makeup and without makeup. I think most of the women would definitely say they feel better once they have makeup on, even though if it's not that much what they're wearing. Just a little bit of mascara can actually make you feel so much better. I notice that so often. I know it really shouldn't be like that, but it is. But on the other hand, I have to say, it's not like I'm totally feeling bad if I don't have anything on, because most of the time I really go out without wearing anything. And it doesn't mean to me that this is going to be a bad day or something like that. I'm still a happy person without my makeup on, so yeah. I think it's not an unhealthy way how I feel about wearing makeup. My 4 products, I have them with me so I can show you. First it would be foundation, because especially in my case, foundation makes a huge difference. I sometimes even think it makes more of a difference to my face than mascara does, even though that already makes a huge difference. But foundation definitely is super important, because I have so much redness going on, and yeah, so maybe you won't think it right now at the moment, but yeah, it's definitely not perfect at all. I don't know if it's the lighting or if the camera is just being nice, but if you would really like stay in front of me and take a close look on my skin, you would see that, especially around, right here on the side, it's not looking good. I have a lot of redness in my face because of rosacea, if that is how you pronounce it. And that actually also causes that I have, I don't know if it actually are spots or pimples, but my skin is not even at those areas where it's red, so yeah. But especially when it comes to the redness, I'm feeling so much better when I can cover that with some foundation, so that would be one of my 4 products. And the next 2 products would be eyeliner and mascara. Yeah, if I could just pick 3, I would skip the eyeliner, but using eyeliner and mascara is kind of a good thing to make me look a little more presentable, even though if I'm not maybe wearing any eyeshadow, but these two things make a huge difference. The mascara is already doing a great job on its own, but with eyeliner, which I actually don't really use as an eyeliner, but to kind of make my lashes look more intense, just like I in general have more lashes. Yeah, that's where I think that eyeliner is also kind of handy. And the other thing is, since I don't really have any color so far on my face when I'm just using these three products, I would like to use something for my lips, because I'm not such a big blush person, at least not at the moment, just because of the fact that I have redness going on. And somehow, even though if I have covered it, once I apply blush, it normally kind of, I don't know, even if I don't really apply it directly to these areas, but the redness is coming through again. Somehow the blush is intensifying the appearance of the redness somehow, even though it's really covered and everything, but then it starts to show up again. And yeah, so to apply a little bit of color to my face, I would go for some really color bright eyeshadow, lipstick, that's what I wanted to say, and I would prefer lipstick over lip gloss, just feel better about it. Yeah, I just picked this color right now because this is what I applied today, but maybe I would, instead of the pink, pick a coral peachy color, something like that. So this would be, or these would be my 4 picks. Yeah. My favorite thing about makeup. Yeah, I think I actually kind of covered that with the question what makeup means to me. Yeah, the favorite thing is just that it can make feel people better. Not just me, I recognized that on friends and yeah, the women in my family as well. Like people who normally don't wear makeup and you do their makeup once, when they see themselves in a mirror, like these first second when they see themselves and they start to smile and everything, yeah, I really like that. I think that's my favorite thing about it. That just a little bit of color, just a few products really can make people feel better. Well, as I said, I'm not using that much drugstore makeup, but not because of the fact that I think that's bad stuff, or I don't know, not because of the fact that I think there is anything wrong with using drugstore makeup. It's just because of the fact that I really, most of the stuff can't use. But that also happens from time to time with high-end makeup. I just noticed it doesn't happen that often. So when I'm using, for example, a blush from the drugstore, I for sure will be allergic to it for some reason. And when it comes to eyeshadows, there's hardly any drugstore eyeshadow I can use without having some redness going on my eyes afterwards. So, and this is something that I do not notice that often when I'm using high-end makeup. But for someone who has not to deal with sensitive skin and allergies, I don't think there's anything wrong by using drugstore makeup. Actually, I would be very happy if I could use all what's offered in the drugstore, because it's a lot and it's a lot cheaper or less inexpensive. Yeah, if you want to buy one eyeshadow from high-end brand, you can probably buy 3 or 4 eyeshadows in the drugstore. I would rather prefer that, actually, but that's just how it is. But I'm not saying that high-end makeup is in general the better choice. If you can use drugstore makeup and you don't feel or don't experience anything negative because of it, then why would you use it? I mean, I would do it, definitely. My tips for beginners. Actually, I'm thinking about doing a video for makeup beginners, but yeah, for now I'm going to answer that question in a shorter version. Okay, my tip for makeup beginners would be just try. And by that I mean if you're not sure about a certain look or a certain color, just try it. You don't have to be afraid, because when it's not looking like you wanted this to look, or if you don't feel confident about the way you've applied it and think there is something still not perfect, you can remove it and do it again, or say, okay, maybe that's not the right color for me, or whatever. You can try and always redo it, or maybe experience that you better stay away from it. But you can always try. Okay, you actually shouldn't try when you're in a hurry and wouldn't have the time afterwards to remove it in case it's not what you like to see on yourself. So if you're already running late for school or work or whatever, then this wouldn't be the right moment to try something super new. But in general, I would say, if you have seen something on another girl or woman or in a magazine and you really liked it on that person, and you would like to see this on your own, you can just try, and maybe you like it, maybe you don't, but it's nothing permanent. Yeah, so really don't be afraid. It's nothing that you have to wear for the rest of your life. Okay, one trend I never understood, and I think there was what you were already mentioned that before, but I don't remember which one it was. Actually, I can remember when I was a little girl, I can remember there were some women wearing really black lip liner, which actually I think wasn't really lip liner. I think they just used their black eyeliner as a lip liner and then combined it with some red lipstick. I can remember that. This was something I've noticed on a couple of women back then, but I don't know if during that time if there was a famous person who was wearing it, that they kind of wanted to copy this famous person. I don't know. The beauty community on YouTube. Well, I can imagine where this question should lead to, kind of. But the beauty community on YouTube actually made me wanted to do my own videos, so I wouldn't consider it as something bad, because I guess then I wouldn't have got the idea of doing this as well. And even though if a lot of people who watch those beauty videos say and think that at the moment, because of the sponsoring and whatnot is going on, that it has become sort of a negative place. But actually, I still think that those people who are sharing their tips and tricks and ideas with us are not bad at all. Maybe there are a few of them which are sending the wrong message, but most of them, let's say for example Kenny Johnson, which who is a real makeup artist, she's sharing so many tips and kind of behind the scenes tricks which you normally would never get to know. She's sharing that with us just to help us. So that's something where you normally would have to pay a lot for. When you would hire a real makeup artist for yourself, you definitely would have to pay a lot of money for it. So she is sharing this with you for free. And when she's able, and I don't know if that's the case, but if she or someone else of the YouTube gurus is able to make some money with those videos, I wouldn't say that this is necessarily bad. I mean, they're offering or putting a lot of time in those videos, which they also could use to go to work or whatever. Yeah, but they are using this time to kind of share what knowledge ever they have, and I think that's a nice idea, and that's what I like the most about this. And if someone is able to make money with that, actually I think that's a nice thing, because like the idea of earning money with something that started as your hobby and is something that you really like and that you really enjoy, and you're able to make money with something like that, is a great thing. I know a lot of people who are not really happy with the job they have, and even if there are just a few people out there who can make money with what they really love, I think it's okay to support them. So I hope I've answered all the questions and not forgot about one. Yeah, until there were 10 questions. But eventually I will notice it once I'm editing the video. Yeah, so this was definitely a long video. Yeah, and if you're seeing this right now, it would mean that you made it till the end. So congratulations to that. I know it's kind of hard to stick through such a long video and listen over such a long time, but thank you for watching. Yeah, and especially if you stayed with me for that many minutes. I hope you liked what I told you about my makeup story, and as I said before, it's a tech video, so if you like this idea of this video, just feel free to make a video like this as well. Maybe edit as a video response to this video, or you can also answer the questions maybe in the comments below. Yeah, so have a great day. Hope to see you soon. Bye.